I'm going to ask them to send it to you in case if they have not. I think they are for me here. Yes, sir. I'm going to be here in 1 minute, not more than that. Okay, I will be there, sir. But what I want you to tell you is read the tutorial. It's self-explanatory. Basically, you have to design a greenhouse, the space and everything. For that, you will need that lecture. I'm going to tell the students outside who are helping us to send you all that morning 2 lectures so you can actually open them on your laptops and phones. You got it? Good, good. Very nice. So let's go to tutorials and let's open that. And it's very self-explanatory. I don't know what number, but I'm guessing 4. Sorry, what is that? Oh, okay. So, I now know what I should do. I want to go here and go down. Here is that, okay? So what I want you to do here is read through this greenhouse layout. It's very, very self-explanatory. Make sure that you fill up all these points in your paper that you are going to draw, okay? I want you to address all these things and come up with a technical drawing of a greenhouse. Location, greenhouse, orientation, all these things. I want you to go down through this list, read the content from the morning, and come up with a 1 page where you have a nice greenhouse. Show me those technical drawings, okay, as much as you can, okay?
Can you open the preview, our morning greenhouse lecture in this one, so that if we need, we can swipe left.
I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to ask them to do that for you because I got to go run to another meeting. I think there are 15 faculty waiting for me, but yeah, if you can, that's great. Anybody, okay? But I'm going to be back here at 5 o'clock, okay? You got 1 hour. At 5 o'clock, we'll review everything. You do it yourself. You form teams, independent, doesn't matter. But I want you to fill up all of this. If somebody can open side by side, great. Do it.
So because we have this one in our phones.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
We can open that lecture on the screen.
Okay, it's there. Okay, I'm going to send somebody to do that for you. They'll actually. Yeah, it's right there in that USB, everything. So okay. What is the not your team? Okay, everyone. He says that's tomato. What is no? I'm not. I don't want you to laugh. I want you to tell me technically what is wrong in that picture. We are scientists. Where do you put tomato leaves? Where the fruit comes? When you are dreaming something, dream right, man. How does a tomato fruit? Have you grown tomato plants? That's not correct, isn't it? Okay, who can draw a tomato plant with fruit?
Come on.
Uh,
No, she already knows it's for our learning. She has got everything now.
So you have not seen a tomato plant?
No, sir. देखा.
आप then फिर ड्रा कीजिए अपना टीम से ड्रा कीजिए तो पॉइंट्स आता है ना you give it away to others and they will make it like you know what there you go he's drawing some tomato plant It's cluster of fruit. Okay, and where is the leaf then? Is it single leaf or is it like a?
Bush.
No, it is a compound. You got multiple leaflets, right? The leaf is actually much longer than the fruit cluster. Much longer, yeah. At least you got closer. So, what is the difference between what he has drawn? He has drawn a tomato that is producing leaves. All right. Enough of fun. Okay, all right. All right, now go ahead and explain. Okay, so I want you to explain your greenhouse from top down. Tell me, all the features.
इतनी लंबी पत्तियां नहीं होती उसमें भाई यार छोड़ना क्या होता
I don't.
the only reason we were drawing this we wanted to tell you we were willing to tell you that we are very big farmers because we are growing tomatoes that will, actually we have taken the area in meters so it has gone like the CFM units and everything is very large calculation which has come up.
You can dream. You're not putting any money. So what's wrong in it, man? I mean, he wants to dream cheap even in his dream. So don't do that. Right? He was telling me that I'm going to dream cheap. And why do you want to dream cheap? Right? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, explain it. First, explain this one. Explain the big picture, top down, and then talk about specifics of your greenhouse. All right. When they're explaining, you can ask questions.
Okay, so we have selected the place in Pantnagar University itself. We have got some applications with the Vice Chancellor and we have got the area near dairy farm approved for our greenhouse production. We have chosen this area because this is quite away from the residential area within the university. There is also a dairy farm nearby, but there is some distance, like it is not very close to it.
Okay.
And then we have selected this area which is quite far from the road as well. And there is not very much trees in the nearby region as well. As we know, the calculation for the trees is 2.5 times the height of the tree for the distance with the greenhouse. So here you can see these are our trees. So we have got the distance for the greenhouse selected as well. Now it has to be a multi-spanning greenhouse. For that we took the area of 9 meter in breadth of a single greenhouse construction, and we have ran it across a length of 60 meters. So 60 meter long and 9 meter wide. A single multi-spanning greenhouse. Then we calculated the total area for the whole 5 areas, and like as we know, how much Prakash we had to read for the head office.
Head office is 10% of all area.
All the area. So we our total area was around 40. So we took 4 meter we left for the head office. Head house. Now it runs across the same length, that is 60 meter as our greenhouses. Then we have got a parking area which is onto the front side where there can be loading and unloading bays and easy access to the head office. Then we decided onto the direction for our greenhouse. As we checked on to the Google Earth as well, we are around 29 degree north and 79 degree east of the that equator where the sun sun explained onto it, the sun rises and settles in direction. So we took the best for receiving the best sunlight. We have prepared our greenhouse from in the north-south direction area so that we receive ample sunlight during the daytime as well. And it is falling upon on these ridges or the structures of the greenhouse. So then we moved upon to preparing the fan and pad system for our greenhouse. For that we calculated the greenhouse volume, for which will be out of which 20% will be taking out for the ridge and as well as the cooling pad system, like total ground area of the greenhouse, out of which 20% will be utilizing for this one. So after getting that formula running, we calculated the capacity of the fan we need is around 95,000 CFM for a single greenhouse and in total. For that, actually the fan size available in the market we checked upon. So this is the biggest fan size we have used, and we have got around 5 fans fitted at around of a distance of 0.5 meter each. 0.5 meter apart from each of it, and there is like 0.5 meter difference from both the walls as well. It is above 2 meters height from top, 1.5 meter from the bottom and the top as well. And the pad area, how much was it? 2 by 9 was the pad area which we were writing this from. So this is we have taken in regard for this greenhouse. And what were the other things? Yeah. So for pond we calculated the radius of around, like, you can also prepare a square pond as well, but we first did it at 110 meters square, because if you can check in the tutorial what were the requirements for the pond, is 5% of the total greenhouse area we have dedicated for our pond, where the disposal of fertilizers and everything is be taken. So that is our greenhouse construction. Thank you so much.
Any questions for them?
Yes, actually we are very curious about the head area, head house area.
Okay.
Have you prepared separate head houses for different greenhouses, because you have taken only area as per the single greenhouse area?
No.
So the area is wrong, let's suppose. What total, how many greenhouses are there in the multi-span one?
4.
So the total area would be
36 x 60.
60. And then head house area would be
4 by 60.
4 by 60.
4 by 60.
So it will come around 4 into 60.
4 by
40.
60.
4 meter length will be the same as the greenhouse length. पूरा पीछे तक है.
For loading and
Unloading purposes.
center में होता है
ये सेंटर में है.
सामान
Because if we do it for every, like, greenhouse,
I
so it will be
was-
much bigger than the greenhouse itself. That won't make sense. I think this is more than enough area for storage and requirement of operating greenhouse. Any other questions?
अप्रॉक्स लिया अपना एरिया में,
हाँ.
तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
I have one quick question. So you said you have how many fans? 5.
Yes, sir.
So it's okay to put fans, but remember electricity costs, one of the considerations, right? So you can calculate how much it's going to cost for those 5 fans.
Yes.
Because the same company which gave you specifications will also tell you the power consumption, how many watts each fan uses. So from that watts you can calculate kilowatt hour. So let's say the fan is 1500 watts capacity, something like that. It means if you run the fan for 1 hour, it uses 1.5 electrical units. If you run it for 10 hours a day, 15 units. And then you have 5 fans, 75 electrical units per day. Then now you calculate per month. So those kind of calculations will also be useful, and you can also show them. We put 5 fans and you showed the fan capacity, pad capacity, that's all good. But again, this lecture is more on location and light. So that's something I wanted to add to. Okay, you can also collect the, consider that.
So we took the all specified in the meter. So like the area in which we will be making the plants and plantation will be also very huge. So I think that may or may not compensate, but you said right that we have to calculate the electricity
area
cost.
too, right? So, do you want to describe, what I did not hear from you is the greenhouse bay unit itself. What is the design there? I mean, what is the roof angle? What is the height of the greenhouse? Where is your ridge and vents? I was expecting that you take a small portion of the greenhouse, enlarge it, and show me the structure of the greenhouse, where the the struts and cards and things like that, kind of like an engineering drawing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's something I was expecting.
Okay.
Okay, but something that would have been added to what you have done.
Sure.
You have shown a multi-span greenhouse, you have shown the location of the head house, things like that. But you can take one of those units on the side
And expand it.
and kind of show where the purlins are there, where the rafters are there,
Okay, okay.
where the side vents are there, roof vent is there, kind of like the designing that.
Yes, yes.
That would also help. So those two things can be improved upon. Okay? Alright, good job.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome. Thank you. Who's next?
मानिक मेल पे फोटो आई है वो बता.
हाँ. इसको save करो.
But this exercise should have given you some, how do you design, right? Now you know a little bit. That's important. When you do it by your own hand, then you start learning more. Hi Ashutoshi, please sit down. We're almost done next 10-15
Sir,
minutes.
I'm in no hurry.
But please sit down and listen to them. They are explaining their designs.
After 5, I feel more relaxed.
Okay.
इसलिए ना कल 5 बजे तक तो हमारे इसमें फोन में 150-200 कॉल दिन भर में आती है और डिफरेंट
Sir, we have drawn a Sir,
Explain to others, not to me. Yeah.
we have drawn a Bangalore-style multi-span greenhouse with 4 individual greenhouse in it. The dimensions are 20 by 20 meter with a height of 10 feet. This one is the head house. And the total area of the head house is 160 meter square. So we have taken the dimensions 8 meter by 20 meter. So if we need to, and then there are gates located between these greenhouses which are around 10 feet in height, and these channels are 6 feet in the in width, so that any instrument or any implement can be easily taken across the channels. And this channel is made up of concrete for the easy passage. And this is the loading and unloading area. We have made a ramp here at the gate, so that easily we can transport and load the stuffs out of the greenhouse and inside. At the top, and apart from that, there is a water pond. We have taken the capacity of water pond as 10,000 liter with a dimension of about 1.8 meter by 1.8 meter or 6 feet by 6 feet. And here is this parking speed, and this is the outside planting area. And when the area we took, there were no plants there, trees there, so we kept the distance from the 10 meters from the roadsides. Also, this greenhouse is in the north-south direction, and this is the small cross section of that greenhouse, where these are the purlins, and these are the rafters. This one is the side post. This is the bottom cord. This is the top cord. The base is 10 meter, and this is the 5 meter. And we have taken that this hypotenuse will come as say 15 meter, because this is the perpendicular, and the angle that comes here is 14-degree angle. So the light will incident at around 14-degree angle on this side. And And in this image, we can also see that this is the 60-degree angle. There is the ridge vent, and there are windows for the natural ventilation. These windows are about 1 meter by 10 meters. 2 windows are located in each greenhouse.
Any questions for them? Any questions? No questions?
So, what is the fan and pad area?
We have not used fan and pad cooling system.
You got natural
Natural
ventilation.
vent.
So okay, so what is the direction of the? Did you check the leeward and windward side for it? What is the wind speed? The area you choose at?
We didn't check these dimensions as this is the tentative layout of the greenhouse, and if it is placed in the field, then we'll definitely check those dimensions.
What are the load capacities like you guys went with?
Because we didn't have the individual loads of all the parameters or all the implements used in this greenhouse, so we cannot calculate the load capacity. But it should be more than 50 foot per meter square.
Pounds per
Around,
square.
sorry, pounds per square. So it should be around that.
So it's a glass greenhouse, right?
Yes, sir. It's a glass greenhouse.
Yes, it's a glass covered
It
greenhouse.
is a vanilla style glass greenhouse.
Sure. One thing I want to tell all of you, this goes to everybody. Whenever you are presenting and somebody asks a question, it is important that you repeat that question, because the person may be sitting way away. You may hear it, but not everybody will hear it, right? If the person has a mic, you don't have to repeat it. But if the person does not have a mic and he or she is shouting, you can hear the question, but you have to repeat the question so entire audience can know exactly what that question is. Otherwise, he's asking question, you are answering him, and no one else know what's going on. What's the question? What's the answer here? So you are in a conference room. You are looking at audience, right? So make sure that you talk to everybody, you look at everybody, okay? But then when somebody asks a question, repeat the question and then answer it. Just this is a standard way of addressing questions, okay?
Shall we repeat that?
No, that's okay. I'm just giving this to everybody. You know, when you do future presentations, you know, keep that in mind, right? Repeat the question, okay? Why is this, your tank is 10,000 liters for a big greenhouse?
Sir,
10,000 liters is like a small tank, right? It should be much larger than that. It's a big tank. I mean, I'm just giving you, it can be big, it should be quite bigger, right? Because you got a multi-span, big greenhouse. I don't know the area, I don't remember, but it seems like
1600 meters square.
1600 meters square is quite large, right? It's almost what, a third of an acre
So we can increase the capacity or make it 20,000 meters.
of the pond, yeah,
20
yeah.
feet by 20, 12 feet by 12 feet dimensions.
Right.
Double this.
And you have any access road to the greenhouse?
Yes, sir. Around we have this greenhouse surrounded by the road. So we have taken 10 meters away from the road.
Okay.
The greenhouse.
So
and
the vehicles can get easily inside.
Yes.
Okay. I can see you have a head house there, but you know, a horizontal layout would have been better, but I think I can see it. And then you mentioned about pathways and all of that's good. 10 feet wide spaces. You have mentioned the height of the Venlo, the gutter height of the Venlo style greenhouse. Yeah, I think that's all good. Okay.
Sir, actually, from the previous morning example, we estimated this as 5 meter, 10 meter by 5 meter. How can we estimate this perpendicular length of that ridge that top?
There is a simple equation there. I'll send it out. But again, it's all geometry, right? It's all geometry. You need to know the angle of sunlight coming through, that theta angle. Once you know that, I will probably bring that formula tomorrow. It's a very simple formula. I don't remember it in my top of my head, but it's a very simple formula. Once you know the angle of sunlight angle, and then you know the perpendicular, right? Think of this. This is a perpendicular, right? So whatever, whether the roof is like this, it's what you are measuring is angle of incidence is the angle between sunlight angle and then the perpendicular drawn to it. So once you know the angle of incidence, then it's 90 degree minus that is your. So what is important is you are trying to calculate angle of incidence, but you need to know the angle at which the light is hitting the greenhouse. Once you know that, it is 90 minus that, right?
So, sir, the query was that that we can identify this base length, because this is as similar as the base one. How can we identify how tall or how much height we have to take to make this tall?
6:12, right? I gave you that. Roof pitch
So
angle.
simply, sir, we divide it by half.
So it should be twice, right? It should be twice. So you have it right, the 10 meters
Yes.
and 5 meters. Ideal would be something like 12 by 6, but that's okay. We're pretty close then, right? 2:1 ratio. But 6:12 is the right pitch we recommend. Okay?
So, sir, because we had this one, we took 20 meter as the base area. We cannot. Can we increase the top?
That's okay for that. I mean, it's still you get the similar angle. You get the similar angle, so which is okay. But again, all these dimensions, remember, you take these numbers to a manufacturer. The manufacturer says, our greenhouse we can't make with those dimensions. They may come up with something completely different, right? So it's always a possibility. Okay? Thank you. Next group, please.
Manik, open the
So I always see you work independently, right? Yourself. So you have your own design you want to share? आपके पास independent design है? Okay. How do you want to share that? You don't want to share it? Okay, that's fine.
So here the dimensions of the design, but
Sir, we calculated the energy cost.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So it was like 27,000 rupees per month for all the people.
Okay.
For all, not for single.
Yeah.
For total 4.
Yeah, but you only have 5 fans. Usually there will be more fans,
For
right?
20 fans,
For 20 fans?
27,000.
Okay. Is that a commercial electricity price or is it
Yes, sir.
residential?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Commercial for agriculture.
Is that high number, 27,000 or less number?
So it's a high number we have taken. And sir, also we calculated like if we are going to produce some estimated amount that in total area we are going to place our crops 1 meter apart. So we have taken some hypothetical example and we calculated around 56,000 kgs of tomatoes we can grow in a year. So for that we calculated the price for this season as well. So after giving this electricity cost and taking the cost of fertilizer and miscellaneous aspects as well, it will still be profitable if we are able to sell it.
There is a cost benefit ratio, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, in greenhouse industry, it takes 3 to 4 years to even come to break even.
Yes.
In those 3 to 4 years, you will figure out how much you should produce to get profits. So year 1, year 2, year 3, don't expect any profits. Okay, Dr. Ashutosh Singh is an economist. So I'm telling them that in this greenhouse business, there is no money in the first 3-4 years.
Yes, of course. In fact, in any business, don't expect the return on investment in initial 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the break-even will arise to you after 3 years. Irrespective of the business, irrespective of your investment, irrespective of the return on investment rate. चाहे कुछ भी हो 3 साल तो आपको मिनिमम लगे and you have to be patient enough. Patient थोड़ा जरूरी है. मैनेजमेंट में हम इसको कहते हैं plowing back of profits. Plowing back of profits का मतलब होता है कि अगर आपका कोई बिजनेस आपको प्रॉफिट देने भी लग जाए तो उसको खाने के बराबर मत कर दीजिए. उसको उसी में प्लाउ बैक करते रहिए. हाँ, उसी में प्लाउ बैक करिए.
Reinvest.
बैक ऑफ प्रॉफिट. नहीं तो होता क्या वॉटरिंग ऑफ स्टॉक होता है. वॉटरिंग ऑफ स्टॉक का फिनोमेना ये है कि कई बार ऐसा होता है जैसे हमने अभी बिजनेस शुरू नहीं किया और वहां बैठ के पहले एसी लगा लिया, एक सेक्रेटरी भी रख ली, घंटी भी लगवा ली, बढ़िया वो सब चाय समोसा भी ऑर्डर रख दिया. वो जो पैसा आ रहा था वो उसी में जा रहा है ना. तो वॉटरिंग ऑफ स्टॉक नहीं करना है. तो वॉटरिंग ऑफ स्टॉक नहीं करना है और प्लाविंग बैक ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स करना है. तभी आपका बिजनेस जो है वो प्रोग्रेस करेगा. तो ये वेरी करेक्ट.
All right.
We have selected this area. This is the Rudrapur highway.
Rudrapur highway. Okay.
And this is Vegetable Research Center.
Okay.
So this is the
Well, ask Dr. Ashutosh Singh, that center is going away. he's giving it.
my research area was at this place,
Okay.
and now it is being displayed to 1.5 kilometers away, and it is all flooded now. My all crops are submerged now.
Well, I'm hearing that there is going to be an international airport coming there.
Yes.
So this would be the new international airport.
No, that's what I'm getting. That vegetable crops and is probably going to go away or something like that, right?
These all are polyhouses here.
Yeah.
And one hydroponic unit is also there.
That's also
The
gone.
hydroponic, that is all forest now. Those filters that you were showing, sir, in early classes, na? We had those system, automated fertigation unit in that polyhouse. Now it is gone.
So when it is gone, what is going to happen to that equipment? वो equipment को क्या होगा?
स्क्रैप होगा।
चलो
स्क्रैप का एक concept होता है। Listen, there is a center at Patwanagar near Nainital. This was established by Britishers way back, 100 years back. There we were making the medicines and other pharmas for veterinary animals के लिए। वो सेंटर इतना लैविश सेंटर था एक समय में, उसके सारे इक्विपमेंट्स हम अपनी सरकारी जीप में भर भर के लाए वहाँ से, क्योंकि उसका कोई ब्लॉक में एंट्री नहीं थी। जो हटा रहे थे पटवानागर सेंटर से, तो उसकी कोई एंट्री थी। और अंत में ला करके कुछ हमने टैक्स उनको दिए, संदीप मलिक को दिए, कुछ संदीप अरोड़ा को दिए बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में। मतलब ये था कि और इवन वन दिस माइक्रोस्कोप वाज कॉस्टिंग अस 63 लाख रुपीस एंड इवन इट वाज नॉट अनबॉक्स्ड। वो भी बेकार उन्होंने सब कार्य सब हटा दीजिए, यहाँ से परसों हटा दीजिए, परसों तक हटा दीजिए, परसों तक हटा दीजिए।
So if there is not good scrap, can students of Pantnagar University set up something with that, with some support and grow some crops and?
हाँ क्यों नहीं कर सकते सर, लेकिन दिया है आपके डिपार्टमेंट पैथोलॉजी में दिया ला करके केपी सिंह को। केपी सिंह है ना, केपी सिंह साहब कुछ लेकर तो आए थे वहाँ से। बाकी मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग में दिए हैं।
area to another area.
जोशी जी तब तक आप पढ़ के पास वास हो जाओ।
हाँ सर,
अभी इसमें 10 साल हो गए।
वो तो लग जाएगा उसमें।
तो निकल जाओगे तुम निकल जाएंगे। हम लोग भी रिटायर हो जाएंगे सर। अपने लाइफ स्पैन में आप एक ही सेंटर को एस्टैब्लिश करके प्रोग्रेस और प्रोलिफरेट होना देख सकते हैं। You cannot afford that luxury to get established 2 centers in your working life span.
सर फेस्टिवल का तो हो भी जाए, जो मेडिसिनल का जल क्लास है यहाँ पे वो नहीं हो सकता।
उस दिन आप लोग सेंटर्स पे गए थे ना, जो ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट्स उन्होंने सर लगाए हुए हैं वहाँ पर, वो 15-20 साल लगते हैं उसको प्रूनिंग में, ट्रेनिंग से उसको कितना उन्होंने बढ़िया शेप दिया हुआ है। तो इट विल बी टेकिंग अनदर 15 years at least to get that center established in the same way it is there. हमारे गाँव में भी तो बहुत समय बचा हुआ है। हम लोग तो रिटायर हो जाएंगे, डॉक्टर साहब कह रहे हैं। आप लोग में कितना समय है बेटा?
So this will be the exact area where we will be building our polyhouse.
Okay.
So now this is the main road, and this is the road to Vegetable Research Center, and this is our polyhouse.
You have to speak a little bit louder for me. You are presenting, you have to speak really loud.
So, we have a total area of 100 meters square. This one is of 500 and this one is 500. And this is the head area. We have taken the dimension like 25 meters this and 20 meter this. So it will become 500 meter. Okay. So and the particular and this section only is of 5 meter and it is the overhead. Okay. So it is 20 meters and it is 5 meters. So the area comes to 5 to 10 100 meters square. So it is basically the 1/10 of the 1,000 meters square. So and there is a pond. The reason why I kept the pond here lower because it is north is there, the south is there, east and west. There is an elevation, a little bit of elevation. So the water will come here and then direct it over here. You can put it here or here. So and the parking area has to be close to the road. So I kept the area about 100 meters square for parking and for outdoor production area about 100 meters square. Receiving shaking area 100 meters square. Pond is 100 meters square, but there can be vary up to the whatever is the need of the water. And the 100 meter square can be given to the roof. So it will become a total 500 meter square of area, and this area 5 minutes anything else will do. So this is the front view of those tent. This is the head house, and these are the height will be by 4.2 meter, which is 14 feet. This is 5 feet, so the half will become 2.5 meters, and the height of this the upper height from this point to this is 1.25 meters, and this is basically the angle the sun will come like this, and the orientation is towards this and not south. So 2.5 is this, the incidence angle becomes 26.6, this is a reflection angle, this is 26 degree, and as I told you 1.25 meter is this height and 2.5 meter is this. So, and this is the figure, these are the rafter per wind. Now, I haven't tried the dimension for these because the rafter will operate automatically the angle, whatever the 1.5 meters upon 2.5, and then we have to hypothesis. The time is not, time string is there, so I didn't calculate that thing. So, any question?
So if it is a vendor scale greenhouse, that type of trusses you have, that is not correct. You normally go for a Warren truss. Remember the Warren truss? It's like two lines and then you simply go with. Check the figure I've shown you. It's a Warren truss. This is more for a gable style greenhouse, with a high profile roof. When the roof is of high profile, you use this type of trusses. But if it is a low profile like the vendor style that you want to do for tomatoes, it should be a Warren truss, slightly different. Just keep it, okay? So go back and look at the Warren truss picture that I've shown you, and you will see what I'm saying. The one question I want to ask you is, did you include some extra space for expansion? As your business grows, you need space in it. That's where you're going to have. Then your section is going to be completely different, isn't it? They should have its own head house, right?
As the VRC is going, we can shift it downwards also.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
can go downwards.
Either way, but consider that.
This area is for like a receiving shipping area. We have to extend. We can also put it here.
The best would be to put it down and have the same head house continue downwards. Right?
We were having more area towards downward side.
Yeah. Just think about it. Always keep expansion in mind for business, right? Because you may make money and then you want to add more. I did not talk about the slope and digging the soil and making it flat, but that's another thing. So when you acquire land and your land has a slope, you want to bring the soil from the higher elevation to the lower elevation, right? So that's something to keep in mind. The greenhouse should always be as much as possible a flat floor that will ease up a lot of operations. Okay, but there are a lot of details. The point of this exercise, this activity, is to enable you kind of implement the learnings from the lecture into actually developing a design, right? The more you guys, you get more professional in it. But bottom line is, at least, I want you to do in the future some of the designs for yourself with structural loads, things like that. Again, like I said in the first class, this is to just generate that interest in you. You have taken this course and you got an interest now in greenhouse crop production with some background knowledge in you. So now dig deeper, start asking questions. There's a lot of information out there that you can actually read now, understand better, and come up with your own, additional information. So don't let it go away, especially if you're interested in this area. Don't stop reading. Once you stop reading, you'll forget everything within 6 months. So continue reading, then you become an expert in this area. Okay?
So if we are going for construction of a polyhouse in hilly terrains, so we have terrace-like structures there. So once I saw a manufacturer himself designed a polyhouse in Almora. So they were covering 4 terraces from a single polyhouse. So the height was more of in the lower terrace, and from in
have seen some designs where what they do for terracing is more like you should make sure that the terraces, I don't know the angle, but if they are facing south, make sure that that length of the greenhouse, the roof is completely facing the south. Okay, because it is terracing, you probably won't get the shading effect. Okay, you probably may go for a single span greenhouses, long ones, one in each terrace, but have a little longer roof so most of the sunlight gets through.
That was single span polyhouse, but they covered both.
Can you draw that for me? I think it's drawing. Let me see his drawing.
Sir, what can be the minimum area for the greenhouse so that it can be economical for the beginners?
So scale matters. In this industry, scale matters. The smaller you are, more operational costs on you, less profit. So cost benefit ratio is going to be higher. That's why scale matters. Larger greenhouses may have a 3 to 4 year break-even point, but at that point of time they've figured out what they need to do to get to profits. So scale matters, and usually go for, I would say, an acre greenhouse, because an acre greenhouse, an acre polyhouse is only going to cost you something like 30 lakhs in this country. So 30 lakhs is, 25 years back is a big money. Now 30 lakhs is not so big, You can probably start there, especially if it's a poly house. Scale matters. So I would say an acre at least to start with. The small ones are more like, it's not going to make money for you, probably it's just for sustenance, living. No profits there. You just make money for living, that's it.
So to begin with, for the hit and trial method, or to see what is working in the market, these can be...
Half to 1 acre, and expand to 3-4 acres. Okay. The greenhouses that make a lot of money were in other countries, they're 30, 40, 50 acres, 100 acre greenhouses. But you get to that later stages. You start with very small investment, it's just sustenance. You make little money, you may not like it after 3 years, right? So half acre to 1 acre is at least a unit size I would recommend. Okay.
Out of this 30 lakhs, 80%, 90% is subsidy. You can get it from technology mission, many mission is there, technology mission is there, NHP is there. So the line department is also giving you certain revenues for getting the subsidy. You can take the sector of HO and all, so absolutely.
Sir, this is a structure that generally has a farming area in the basically in front. So this is the in which we plant and we smoke, seeds and we grow. So these are some design that
He made this type of intervention, like usually this is 1 feet. So usually the manufacturers they construct polyhouse in single terrace only. So what he did, he constructed polyhouse covering 4 terraces. This is the wall of first feet.
What is the height of that terrace?
sir, approximately
5 feet around.
5 feet up.
So these are kind of technical lean-to greenhouses.
No, that was not lean because that has both walls. That side also, polythene sheet.
So there is a wall there, or is it
No,
is it is it
that is
a,
not a wall, sir.
So it is the structure basically of the
okay?
height.
Polyhouse only. This is polyhouse.
Right. So I have seen greenhouses like this, but in a different for a different reason. People, what they do is they dig soil. They dig soil deep, okay, and then like a big ridge, 15 feet by 40 feet big ridge. They dig the soil out, and then they put the little wall, and then they create the same structure. But being inside the ridge, inside the soil, it is kind of like more like a very stable environment for them. Okay, but the light is coming from roof. What I'm all saying is any design is okay. There are some challenges here. If it's a 5 feet ridge, think of how do you conduct operations from one level to other level. You should have separate doors for entry, right? For the top level there should be one door. There's another door here. This is completely different greenhouse.
They made stairs there.
Rather, it's better to have a door on both ends just to walk into that terrace.
Sir, if there are about 5 to 10 terraces regular and we extend it to like this, so it will be sir, more warm air will be make a pocket air. I think in my opinion. So we can put fans here and put the air will come like this. Can it happen? Is it possible?
No, that won't. It's probably much better if it's horizontal. You should probably put fan and pipe in this direction. Right? Pull the air, yeah. So each terrace is a unit here. What you are just doing is you're combining two terraces into one unit, one greenhouse there. Right? You could also do one greenhouse for each terrace if it is wide enough, but maybe it's not wide enough, that's why he or she did, combine two terraces into one greenhouse. The problem there is there are two levels. So running operations at two levels can be a little bit challenging. That's why I'm saying you should have a door here, you should have a door here. You simply walk into that one terrace, finish your operations, come out. Steps cannot work in a greenhouse. You can't carry bags, heavy material down the steps, right? But what I'm also saying is that the sloped roof, whatever it is, it should be facing the sunlight most of the time. So you get a lot of light through it. Okay? If the sunlight is coming from this direction, your slope is in this direction, you don't get a lot of light. That would be the challenge. Because there is no second slope. There is only one slope, right? So the slope, if it is like this, the sunlight should be coming like this. Okay, most of the sunlight during winter, so the slope should be facing south side. Okay? If it is not facing south side, facing north side, then you may have less light transmission in that design. I do not know which direction it is, but the slope is facing south side is a great design. I agree. The only challenge is with the terraces. And you can't do anything. Marika, you can't do anything. The only thing is make a terrace. I don't know how wide each terrace is. You told me it's 5 feet this way. How wide is each terrace?
Some other, it varies from 5 feet to about 10 to 15.
Yeah. What I would do is I would have invested a little bit more, and instead of that many terraces, I would have made it half of the number of terraces. Cut the soil there and add it on to the other side. So you would reduce the number of terraces. So that will, if 5 feet width is, you can cut half the soil and fill it onto this side, right? You still have terraces, but you have half the number of terraces. But it gives you the width, and for that type of operation greenhouse, you need the width. I mean, otherwise you are just growing some row crops there. That could have been done too in that design. And the slope should face south side. Cut the number of terraces to half, fill them up, okay, and then you have enough width and length, and that might make a good design in this case. Okay, that's what I would suggest. Okay, good. Thank you very much. All right, folks, I think that's the end of the day. Thank you. It's almost 6:20. I apologize to Dr. Ashtor Singh. I made him stay longer, but thanks to all of you for staying a little longer. So Dr. Singh is here. Please ask him, and he is the one coordinator, so you should approve it.